In today's video, I am going to be going over my subscribers' websites. Now, if you aren't in the Discord, there's a link down below, totally free, or you can go to growth-generators.com/Discord. It'll get you right in there. But everyone in here has specifically asked for feedback or posted their website in the group. So I am going to be going through and doing a review of everyone's websites. Now, my name is Harrison Marin from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales training and marketing. So we are going to be going over all of these websites. Full transparency, I have never seen any of their websites before. I wanted this to be a total surprise. That way you get the real reaction of me going through their websites. Now, I can tell you some of them built their own website. Some of them have hired somebody. Some of them have worked with other people. And some of them have already gotten feedback from the Discord to say, hey, this is what we're working on. Before I get into today's video, as always, masterclass down in links below. And two, I already mentioned the Discord. I don't know why you're not in there. You might just be waiting for an obvious sign from life. Sun's out, time to join the Discord. That's it. That's what we're celebrating today. So the sun has risen. You need to join the Discord. And if you're watching this at night, look at that. The moon's out. Join the Discord. That's all I could say. So we're going to be going through what I like, what I don't like, where I would make updates on and changes. I'm not going to sit here and bash anybody's website. I'm just going to recommend some updates on it, things that I probably would change differently, and things that I really, really, really like, because just loading in the home screen, I have seen some things that I absolutely love. Now, before I get into all of the content and going through all this, every single website is completely different. There is no common theme between all of these. I'm going to talk about what I like, obviously, what I think should change, but everybody is going to either hire somebody, build their own, use a different builder, stumble upon the challenges, and overcome them. And what really matters at the end of the day is understanding that your website is a dynamic beast. It can change at any point. You can make updates, changes, modifications, the whole enchilada. I like that term. So let's get into the websites. So right off the bat, we are going to be covering a company called Oversire, IT Solutions, IT Services, Contact, Pricing, and About Us. Personally, I'm a big fan of Contact Us right at the end. That's usually the pretty standard. The second thing is I love the purple theme. I actually think it's really, really good. The only thing that I would say as far as a critique on the top is the purple is a little hard to read. Just the IT Solutions, yes, I know what it is, but not your target customer might not. I would actually probably recommend going with a white strip up top or some other very polar opposite color. I love the purple and gold. I am a big fan of purple myself, and I do love a good gold as well. So services, I like this. The strip around there, I would change up the font. One of the big things I see, especially with beginner made or newer websites, is they never change up the font from the default font. It's usually like an Vintner, or Times New Roman. Change it up. There are tons of content, tons of ways to research and see what kind of font would look best. If you don't know, put it on ChatGPT. Tell them the colors that you have and what you do, and it'll probably recommend you a couple different interesting fonts. Revolution IT Services for the modern day business. Love that. Our approach. Cool. This looks good. I love this dark stream here. What would be really cool, and I don't know if you could do this, but having those bubbles go through the entire thing, but I do like that it dips down and then back up again. Super nice there. Once again, purple theme, managed IT. The only thing that I would say right off the bat about this website is it's just thin. It's visually appealing. I think it looks great. I like the contrast. I like the punchiness of it. Once again, text. This is like a Vintner, if I remember correctly. Changing that up, especially because you have what looks like potentially Helvetica up here. We do marketing for people. I'm not just spewing out random information. Backup management. Like, I like that these slowly fade in. I like that slowly fades in. It will impact load speed if you do have a lot of stuff fading in. It is kind of the new trend. Google doesn't care about it so much anymore. But the only thing that I would say so far that really jumps out at me, it's visually appealing. This was definitely done by somebody who has some kind of experience, probably needs a little bit more work on it. But it's just thin. There's not that much content there for somebody to really sink their teeth into it. And I would make this much brighter. You really want there to be a nice contrast for the text and for the background. And the reason being is, one, it's easy for people like you and I to consume, but also something that you have to be careful about is ADA compliance, the American Disability Association compliance. Now, I'm not going to make a whole video on that today, but what I can tell you is there has to be a nice strong contrast. If it's difficult to read, you're potentially opening up yourself to voids. I'm a big fan of contrasting colors. Gold and purple are prime examples of it, but you can't have purple laid over purple, or in this case, this dark background. It's like a dark purplish gray behind the black. It's just a little too hard to read. My vision's fantastic, but your target customer might not have it. Pricing, I like that they did a pricing thing, request a quote, pricing scenarios, mid-sized businesses. I do like, I don't particularly love the price if you're not going to do what's called a value stack. And this is going to be a future video, but adding this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, to the point where the customer's like, if I don't give you my money, I feel dumb, because this is such a good deal for what I'm actually getting. When you look at a Mercedes, you're like, wow, the car's really expensive. But then you look at that little price sheet on the window and you're like, I get this and this and this and this and aluminum rims and heated seats and massage seats and air conditioned steering wheel. And you're like, okay, $75,000 isn't that bad. You have to think about it in that scenario. But overall, I like the website. I like the color theme, on the right track. Probably needs a bit more work to it. And ask your friends and family. I'm actually going to include, I wasn't going to include this, but I'm going to include a little link to a cool website here that, in my opinion, does a really good job at getting you information, and it's called MarkupDoio. Now, you can sign up for free. You're going to have 5 websites on there. You can take your website, drop it in there, and basically what it does is it grabs an entire screenshot. I have no affiliation with this company. I have spoken to them in the past. I love what they're doing, but it'll grab an entire screenshot of the website, and people can go through and comment just like this. Hey, I like this. I would like to see a little more information. All of that, make it a really cool experience. Little side note for you guys. Next is going to be the NetworkPro. So we have home, service, pricing, about, contact. I love the black and white. I probably would have brought this bar all the way across. I know I have a larger screen than most people, but you can have some dynamic elements in there. Excellent IT services for your business success. Love the font. I don't remember what font that is, but I know I've seen it many times over. Ready for a quote. Love the call to action. It's what I would call on the fold. And the fold is when the next page, the next part of the page loads in. I would probably move this up here, or contact us, something of that nature. She's super happy, it looks like, with a Mac. If you work on Macs, I would throw a Mac in there. If you don't work on Macs, I would avoid the Mac in there. So, where your tech stress debuster, love that line. I always try to get these lined up so they are flawless across the bottoms. That's just me. 5 cloud backup, $350 per month. I like the transparency of this. The green's a little punchy for me, but hey, if that's your vibe, I'm not here to hate on it. Why us? Connections matter. The only critique I have so far that jumps out at me is, I don't know who you are. Now, I know who you are because you're in the Discord, but your target customer is like, why is this random person with this gray background looking at me? I'm all for selfies. I post a picture every single day on my YouTube for this at this point. The only thing I would say is, like, you know, I would say who we are with the team, even if you don't have a team yet, make it look like you have a team, and then a little bit about the owner of the company. Experience, right? I love this. The coffee's drank. I think it's always funny. The devices with improved Wi-Fi connection, 2,500, perfect. Years of experience, perfect. Networks improved, 77, and then 2,000 plus VPN connections deployed. Perfect. Love all of that. Love this. Write to us. Email, call, office hours. Super easy with text in there. Chef's kiss. That is fantastic. Other than that, just update your 2023 to 2024. I don't even know if that matters all that much, but I am not a lawyer. This is a landing page too. There's nothing else involved in here, but overall, great landing page. The only thing that I would probably recommend is diving into a little bit more into these areas. Like, you can have these be clickable to different parts of your website, because you're just going through Cloud Pack, and maybe that's something that you sell, but I would just keep that in the top of mind. If somebody's looking at this, they might say, oh, you know, okay, Wi-Fi, IT planning, design, right? And obviously this is the NetworkPro. I'd probably clearly let people know other services that you may offer otherwise. I like the best value. I like best value when there's 3 options, personally. That's when it works the best, because if obviously the 700, the most expensive is usually the most value. So just food for thought there. Next is going to be FFRCS Tech. Optimize your IT solutions. Contact now. Good. I would probably recommend getting a logo here. contact, service, about, super simple, good amount of text. I would break it up a little bit more. I like these images. Customers will probably know, especially this image. They know exactly what that image is for the most part. About us, probably a company picture, you and the team. That's what I would recommend. Contact now. I would just say it's thin. There's just not that much here, especially on the homepage or on the services page. What do we got on the about page? Good image, by the way, about us, right? It's just thin. There's just not that much content on here, but I actually like the way it looks. I like the way it's laid out. I like the blues. Big fan of the blues, and I like the gold here. I can almost guess what platform this is, but I'm not going to do that because if I'm wrong, I'm going to look silly on YouTube. My MSP. Join our mailing list. Love it. Chat with my MSP. Great. Love that they have that on here. View our services. Super nice. Dynamic. I like that. Customer help desk. Perfect. Services. A little too close. I'd probably put it in the middle. It almost got lost in my eyes next to the logo here. And we have view our services, contact us, good, a team of tech specialists. This is a perfect image. I know exactly where you got that image because I have seen that image a million times. Just a thin homepage. That's all I would say. It's just there's a lot of opportunity to grow on there. I don't necessarily like buy now. I understand that that's going to bring you to a contact page, which it did, which is good. But learn more or get a quote, something like that. I don't like the buy now because it makes it sound like you're going to ask for a credit card and they're going to put in the wrong information more than likely. Additional services, website services, fantastic. I don't particularly recommend MSPs offering website services because it's just not what they do and not what they specialize in. Sometimes they do, but it is far and few between. IT services, great. Network services, just adding a bit more. It's just thin. That's all I could say is a lot of these websites, if a customer really wanted to go through here and find out information, it's tough. These are the information center. I would just change these images up. That's probably my only recommendation here. I'm not going to go through it. AI bloggers, cool. They're everywhere at this point. Tech medicine, we'll go through and we have one more after this. So tech medicine, I love this website. I think it's actually really good. This is full transparency. I have seen this one website before. Home services, why tech medicine? I love the AI images. I think AI images are vastly underused. The tech medicine up in the top left-hand corner is good, but it's just a little small. I would try to figure out how to incorporate it differently. That could go up here or something different, or do the logo and then tech medicine to the side. In my opinion, that would look really clean. Unlock peace of mind with robust IT solutions. Perfect. Learn more. Call us with the ability to click. Let's go. That's fantastic. About tech medicine, our mission, our expertise, our approach, online appointments. This is good. Free. Prices vary, and then prices vary. Contact us. Simple, clean, just thin. I do like that there's a subscribe button to get on the email list. They already had a pop-up, so I'm totally fine with that being at the bottom. But give people a reason. Cheat sheets, workbooks, anything like that you could get people's contact information. The money is in the list. I'm going to start saying that now to put it in all of your minds. Services, IT services for healthcare industry, help desk support, cloud computing, cybersecurity solutions. These are all fantastic images. The only thing that I would say is when you're going through and you're using AI, try to make the AI use the same type of image, right? We have these super futuristic-y images, and then we have like a more steampunk here. That's my only gripe with it. I think these are fantastic. And then we have like an Inception type image. I like that it talks about it. I would just not italicize these, make it very easy for people to read. Learn more, brings you to the contact us page. Perfect. If it's going to bring you to the contact us, you probably could have left that out and just had them continue scrolling, but that's neither here nor there. And then why tech medicine, elevate healthcare technology with gratitude. Like, this is a fantastic image. This, like, I know it's AI imagery, but it's just great. Going through all this, looks good, talks a little bit about it. I'd probably beef it up a little bit more, give people a little bit more information, personalized IT solutions aligned with your goals. Good. I like the images back and forth too. It breaks it up. It's just not so monotonous. Partners with tech medicine, great. And then a contact us page. Honestly, overall, I think it's a super clean design. It's a little thin, needs probably a little bit more content. And honestly, throwing a website like this up in markup would be fantastic. And then full transparency, we did build this website, ITEECMD. They're based in California. We built their website. Their logo is good. I would probably bump up the logo a little bit, but that's what they gave us. Justin, love you to death, buddy. I would probably make that a little bit bigger otherwise. But overall, obviously it's my website. I'm going to rate it the highest out of all of them. I like the changes in text. This is something super controversial. It's something that we've started to gravitate towards, and our customers eat it up because it's changing. This is the services page. Let me go to the home page here. But it's punchy, specialized IT solutions for healthcare providers. If you're in the local area, you know exactly what that is. That was a recommendation from the client, and it was the best recommendation ever. Learn more, get started, super good. Just images to break it up so it's not like, oh, here's just pounded by text. There, at ITCMD, we are your trusted partner for cutting-edge healthcare solutions. Perfect. All of this looks great. I like that these change, a little dynamic. Once again, very biased. We built the thing. Get in touch. All the calls to action, left to right. It looks good on every platform. Empowering your healthcare team. People can see this image and understand the network, and that's why we used it. It breaks it up. That's the cool part about it. If I keep going down, streamlined workflows for healthcare providers. This app may or may not even exist, but people understand that we are tied to a calendar, and because of that, we live and die by our calendar. Seamless integrations with healthcare software. I mean, overall, it's just a fantastic website. Managing your team. Now, I know that he doesn't have any testimonials, but HIPAA compliant IT solutions, a little bit of text around it, 24/7 support. It's clear enough that you don't have to really squint or change anything. I do like that. And if I just zip all the way to the bottom, I know there's a bunch of stuff in here. Some testimonials, working on those, no big deal. Make your life easier. Additional resources, check back soon. We're working on that blog. Full transparency. And then the difference. He works his butt off. And I love this. Super easy to follow the navigation at the bottom. It pops out. It's not overwhelming. Sometimes I like when they're fully laid out and sometimes I don't. But it's catchy, it's nice, it's a great website, and our events are awesome. Never miss out. Like a nice, simple call to action. It's all there. I can go through page by page, but it's just, in my opinion, it's one of, obviously we built it, our favorite websites, but it's easy, it's simple. It's got the information that your target customer wants. And I think too often we forget about that, is who we want to read our websites and asking other people for feedback. Create a markup. It's totally free. I get no kickback. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not affiliated with the company. Nothing. Full transparency. Put your website on there and ask all your friends, hey, can you give me some feedback for it? You will get answers and information. Send it to people that don't know what you do for a living and send it to your target customer. And you are going to get great feedback for building a stellar website, especially if you're doing it by yourself. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for checking this one out. For all the websites that I checked out, I appreciate you guys letting me review them. It is super, super cool. And I will see you guys on the next website. I have some pretty awesome videos coming up, and love you guys. As always, like, subscribe, share this video out. If your dog doesn't have an iPad, set them up on your phone. Like, I don't know, put it on your TV. That's cool. I appreciate all of that. And I'll see you guys later. Love you guys.